Hey guys, it's Outside from Pixel Icons. Today we're going to be getting across this bridge, fighting the enemies on the other side, on our way to the next area. We're also going to be cleaning up back in Undead Burg. We've got to kill that Black Knight and maybe get some new dialogue from the NPCs, like the Undead Merchant and the Crestfallen Warrior. So, if we run about here, we can see that there's actually a little railing on this side of the bridge here. So we're going to run across there and see where that leads. And the dragon won't bother us until we get to this side here. So there's a pathway here that looks like it leads under the bridge. And there's a pathway here. And if you notice, this is the bonfire room. We can kick down this ladder and get back to the bonfire. Just going to go ahead and rest. And we've actually got quite a lot of souls. I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy some items from the Undead Merchant and then run down to Firelink Shrine and speak to the Crestfallen Warrior.
Oh, there you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead, don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
Yeah, whatever player left this message here put it way too close to the merchant. It makes it annoying to have to walk in front of the message and then speak to him. But let's see what the merchant has to say to us.
Oh, this one. Ain't she lovely? Her name is Yulia. She's plumb in love with me. You'd never leave my side now, would you, Yulia?
Yulia, huh? You might think that that thing he's rubbing, that barrel, is Yulia, but I can tell you it's not. And here's why.
Oh, you can forget it. I'm all that she needs. Careful! She'll bite your little fingers off. Be kind, Yulia, be kind.
People currently think that perhaps Yulia is his sword, his Uchikatana.
Now, don't squander your time chatting. You need to look over my wares.
Alright, I guess we'll do that. But before we do, let's see if he has any interesting dialogue to say if we don't buy his wares.
Throw me a bone, will you? You haven't got much time anyway. Right, Yulia?
It's almost like he's threatening us with his weapon if we don't buy from him. Or just saying we're probably going to die out there anyways.
Oh, you again. I hope you've brought plenty of souls.
Alright, let's skip his laugh and let's buy the repair box, and the bottomless box.
Oh, thank you very much. Come back soon.
Alright. With that, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the souls we got, like the souls of the Nameless Soldier and the souls of the Lost Undead, to level up. I'm going to take off my soapstones and put them on those slots. Maybe use the opportunity to talk about something cool. So chances are, if you heard about difficult games, you've heard about Dark Souls. And maybe the word difficulty was thrown around as a selling point the first time you heard about the game. You probably are watching a walkthrough of this game because either you're interested in what the game has to offer from a design perspective, a lore perspective, or story perspective, or you've just heard it's difficult. Maybe you just enjoy watching it. The difficulty of this game's been very overblown by the gaming media, the general public, and the marketing team of From Software and Bandai Namco. It was a large selling point at the beginning in Demon Souls when they noticed that people were buying it based off of difficulty, and it was filling that sort of niche for some gamers. It was almost like a cult hit in that regard. So they used that as leverage, and compared to other games that come out these days, it is quite difficult. But it's actually not nearly as hard as most people would probably say. With that, I think we're going to run down to Firelink Shrine and talk to the Crestfallen Warrior. Alright, we've made it back to Firelink Shrine. We took a little bit of damage and I assisted up. But more importantly, let's see if the Crestfallen Warrior has anything to say to us.
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You'd better find a smith box soon, unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
Little does Crestbro know that we already bought one of the smith boxes from the Undead Merchant.
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow.
That's interesting. He just mentioned a sorcerer's apprentice here at Firelink Shrine who left to go to the Undead Burg and never came back. That can't be Rickard, because Rickard is locked up. He also mentioned that he was the apprentice of a man named Master Logan, and that if old Big Hat can't survive out there, then he has no hope. Interesting. Anyways, I think I'm going to take these off and put on this Homeward Bone just to use real quick. And get back to the bonfire at the Undead Burg. And with that, I think I will put the soapstones back on. And before we head upwards, we're just going to finish our business we have here with the Black Knight. Alright, so we took some damage on our way here due to some careless mistakes, but we have flasks aplenty to deal with that. What I'm going to go ahead and do is apply this gold pine resin to my weapon here. And let's go ahead and kill this knight. And that was not good. He hit us immediately. Let's go ahead and S this up. This guy is tough. Luckily we use the environment there to our advantage. Let's try to get him to swing. Bait that attack. And immediately gets us back down to the health we were at. So we'll backstab him. Because fuck you, knight, and heal then. Backstab seemed like a good idea. Oh, parries are even better. Look at that skill. You think you can fight me, knight? Think again. Alright, we got a lot of souls from that, and we just got a Titanite chunk. I will read the description of that in one moment. For now, I am going to go ahead and grab this item down here. If I remember correctly, this is the blue Tearstone ring. And, of course, my memory does not fail me. Mostly because I've played this game way too many times. Those knights are bastards. I hate them so much. Especially when you're fighting them at low level without a shield. Takes some time to get used to their movesets. But once you got it down, you got it down. Let's go ahead and read those descriptions. Titanite chunk for weapon reinforcement. Not found outside of Lordran. Reinforces standard weapon to plus 14 and crystal lightning weapons to plus 4. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate legendary slabs has begun, but could they be mere myth? So it looks like this is an upgrade material. It upgrades to plus 14. If we look at the blue Tearstone ring, this rare gem called Tearstone has the uncanny ability to sense immediate death, or imminent death. The blue Tearstone from Katarina boosts the defense of its wearer when in danger. The Tearstone ring in this game isn't that great, only because you have to actually get down to a really low amount of health before it activates. which means that you need to be knocked to an inch of your life before it turns on. And by that time, it's not going to help you at all. In Dark Souls 2 and 3, I believe, it actually activates while you're getting hit, so it'll reduce the damage for you. With 3,000 souls, we can go ahead and level up Strength to 19. And we're actually very close to another level up. I'm just going to run out here and kill a guy and level up our Endurance maybe once more. Yep, so Endurance is going to go up to a 16. And with that, we are ready to cross that bridge. We were going to cross that bridge when we got to it, but we finally got to it. There's two ways to cross this bridge. I'm going to show you the path that a new player would probably attempt, and then I'm going to show you a path that I've learned through trial and error that has become somewhat famous. So if we run up here and we try running out here, the dragon will immediately breathe fire. It's a nice way to get 500 souls, though. So we can't really use this path, but there was this pathway over here. Good luck, enemy ahead. Yeah, that is true. So on this pathway here, it looks like we can go under the bridge, and over on this side, if you notice, there's actually a hollow soldier with a spear, and it looks like there's some rats in there. Instead of fighting him on this railing here, why don't we come around the side here and deal with him over here? There's another soldier here, but we can carefully or quickly take care of him. Not so much carefully. And where did the... Oh, there he is. I'm going to try something. Ahaha, we kicked him off. I was very worried we'd fall off ourselves there, but that's a lot of fun. The rats in this room are very dangerous. They can poison you, as you have just observed, but they flinch pretty easily. They do have a lot of health, so I recommend two-handing a weapon and using a heavy swing. There's actually one more rat in here, and he's right over there. Gonna try to hit us. We're gonna stagger the shit out of him and kill him. And with these rats dead, what is this message here? Good luck, I think? Yep. People put good luck messages by those grates. Don't want to get poisoned. A lot of praise the suns, too. With that, we've come out here. And there's a message here that says there's a tough enemy ahead. Oh. Let's go ahead and kill him. He's not the tough enemy. It looks like we can go up that way. And there's also a bonfire over here behind this gate. I want that bonfire. So we're going to go ahead and use the second way to cross the bridge, which should take us directly to that bonfire. If you notice, that bonfire is directly on the other side of the bridge, so all we have to do is find a way to run across safely. But that's a bit difficult with the dragon there. So I'm going to employ a weird little trick. Number 7 will astound you. 10 little tricks the dragons hate. First of all, we're going to run over to this side here. And we're just going to wait. In about 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, more like 8 seconds. The dragon hops down, and we can run past him. And he'll try to breathe fire this way. What we can do is perhaps come out to here, so he doesn't breathe fire on us. And he'll hop off. He'll hop up and back to the facade of the building. And I think he's flying away right now. Look at that. Or maybe he's coming back to assault us later on. No, it looks like he's gone. He was a dick. He came only to block our way. If you notice the little hollow dredgelings here, they aren't attacking us. And this place actually looks like some sort of shrine. This statue here looks like it's been destroyed. And, it's quite... It looks like, it was placed here because it was pretty significant to the area. The person that the statue is meant to depict, we will talk about in later episodes. But that character and this place has strong association with Solaire that we just met. Alright, let's go ahead and light this bonfire. We'll rest at it in just one moment. We're going to go ahead and pull this lever up. And let's go and grab these items here that were left for us. Now that the dragon is gone, we get the soul of a nameless soldier and the claymore. Let's just go ahead and take a rest at this bonfire. And continue forward. So now that we rested, this guy comes back. Oh, no. No. I parried that. Come on. So, this message says that there's a tough enemy up ahead. When we come up to here, well, that message tells us to try a ranged battle. We're not going to do that, because ranged is for, I guess, players who want to use ranged. I am not going to be using ranged. We see that there's 3 soldiers, and then 2 up top with crossbows. More importantly, there is a metal-covered boar with red eyes. That looks like he is tough. Maybe even a boss, but who knows. There's also a pathway that leads up here. Oh, up here, there's a knight. And shh, be very quiet. We're gonna take off our pants to make even less noise. Shit. He heard us. I guess I can go ahead and put my pants back on. And he's gonna follow us down. He's a lot tougher to fight than the knight we just faced, because he uses a greatsword. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and we just dealt with the knight. We'll deal with him later. There's also this statue here, and this statue reminds me a lot of the statue in Firelink Shrine by the area with the water. There's a woman here holding a baby, and I don't know if that's a sword. There's something there. I wonder who this woman represents. We'll find out soon enough. Let's go ahead and cut this guy in half. We are noticing that these enemies look like they're leveled to be a little bit tougher. And let's figure out how to assess the situation. So when we walk out here, the first thing we might notice is that guy's walking towards us, but there's also this guy walking towards us here. This guy will come first because he is not passive like his shield friend. We will cut him in half. And now we'll deal with this guy. I'm being very careful because I don't want to draw the attention of that boar. No health bars coming up, so hopefully it's not a boss. If we look around, we see that there's some fires around here. You know, we've been seeing fires and things on fire and pyres all over the place when we look down from the Undead Burg. I wonder if these have any sort of significance. If we take the time to just look at them, they seem to be bodies, actually, on fire. Why don't we run up here and see if maybe this will lead us to those crossbow guys who we can take out from a safe distance. Before we deal with them, there's this guy here with the shield. And he's going to be an ass to deal with until we deal with these crossbow guys. So what we're going to go ahead and do with that. Once we do that, another knight runs up. Gonna go ahead and deal with this guy here before he shows his ugly mug. And there he goes. He's almost got us. Just gonna go ahead and heal. And backstab him. So we've dealt with all the soldiers here. And that just leaves this boar. Now there's an item here. The Alluring Skull. Let's check out what this item is. Attracts certain types of enemies. A skull with meekly lingering souls. Throw to shatter and spread souls to attract certain types of enemies. Souls are a concentration of life, and the life-starved hollows are lured by its power, not effective for all enemies. This is a cool item because it gives us lore on souls, the fact that hollows continue to seek them even after they've hollowed, and the fact that it attracts some enemies, and it's also placed right above this fire here. It's strange that they would give us an item that attracts enemies. Why don't we go ahead and try using it? I just want to stand back a bit in case we step forward when we throw it. When we throw that, it brings the boar very close by, and the boar is standing in the fire now. Look at that, he's burning. That's got us to help this boar out, and now we've killed this guy, and I want to show you guys something interesting if I can just get behind this goddamn boar. Look at this. You can stab it in the butt for a backstab, and that's how we killed it. Alright. That boar almost killed us just because we were trying to show that off, but now we've got him killed. Also, when we ran up here, this gate was open, but it looks like one of these guys ran back and closed it. If we were careful and fast enough, we could actually have gotten back here and opened this gate and skipped a large portion of this area. But we're just going to have to do it the long way. But that's okay, because I want to display this level. So I really like this area because it's got some lore here with the Alluring Skull. It's got the big boar enemy. It's got these pyres here with people burning. They don't look like normal people, though. Their legs seem a bit... Oh, shit! Where did you come from? Asshole. They don't look like normal people, though. Their legs are a bit elongated. And, it looks like they have multiple joints. Why don't we go ahead and take a look, maybe? It's too hard to tell, but... Yeah, those don't look like normal feet, either. Maybe this one has some sort of significance? Ah, this one definitely looks human. Impaled on a burning cleaver. So, yeah, I love this area because it's got a sense of verticality to it with these archers, right? You've got the knight up there who teaches you to engage the archers first. You've got the boars that'll charge you if you get too close to this area and try fighting everyone head on. Apply directly to the forehead. You've got these knights here who you can slowly aggro, or these soldiers here you can slowly aggro, and it's excellent. So we can't break through there, so that's just an environmental thing. The only way out of this area is this little pathway here. Which is probably where those guys came from, yes. So we see this guy, and immediately he tries to get us to follow him. Just like the other dredgelings we've seen. But if we look around, there might be an ambush. I guess not. Whoa, there is certainly somebody here. Let's kill these dredgelings. I think those two guys who were meant to ambush us actually jumped down and attacked us while we were fighting the boar. Man, it is a party down here. So we kill these dredgelings, and there's actually some items over here. I just want to kill this guy over here. What? I thought I swung. Get out of the way. And there's a mystery key here. Let's check out what this key is. Resembles a basic prison cell key. The purpose of this key is unknown. Appears to be a basic prison cell key. Looks like it fell into this area. What exactly is this place anyways? We got some benches here. Maybe like a break room? Could be a guard outpost too. Up this ladder, there's a couple of dredgelings. I actually swung my weapon, fun fact, but I guess it didn't register me hitting the trigger because of this old-ass controller. And there's an item here on the rafters. And there's a knight here that we've never seen before. We've never seen anyone wearing that armor. Anyways, continuing on. We can go up this ladder. And we come out to here. Traverse this white light and load in a new area. So you can see we're on that bridge above the archers. We saw this bridge from below. And there's a little message here. Be wary of parrying. That is a good message. You'll see what that means later. I want to rate that positively. When we come out to here, there's a guy. Let's go ahead and check him out. He looks considerably tougher than everyone we fought. At least he's our size, unlike the Black Knights. He's got a shield and a... looks like a thrusting sword. Shh, let's sneak up on him. Let's take off our pants. Maybe we'll make less noise. Fuck! I backstepped. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, I gotta fight him with no pants. Well, he wasn't so difficult. Much ado about nothing, I suppose. But he's much different looking than everyone we've seen. He looks like he's an actual knight. If I can just ragdoll his body with his face. If I can just get his face out there. If I can just get his face. Never mind. We'll see on the next ones we fight. That guy is guarding the knight shield. Let's go ahead and check out the description of this thing. It's a very good shield. A very cool looking shield too. This medium metal shield is elegantly carved and painted. Although it is thought to have been used by ancient knights of nobility, its defense capabilities are similar to other shields. Alright. Moving on. Now that we've been able to fight that guy in isolation, it was almost like a training section, right? We got to see that guy by himself. His back was turned to us. If we were sneaky, we could sneak up on him and get a backstab. Now that we fought that guy in isolation, we're able to kill that guy. And we kind of know how they work. They're fast. They've got a thrusting sword. They've got a little buckler. And there seems to be an ambush ahead. If we look off to the left, we've got a knight. And if we look off over here, there's a guy with a shield. When we go to kill that guy, that other guy runs up to try to hurt us. We're going to heal as we come over to here and deal with this guy as he slowly walks forward with his damn shield. And we can stagger him in the middle of his attack, which is what we're going to do. Oh, you bastard, don't heal. And we've got him. See how his helmet is open? He looks very much like a knight, and he's got a big-ass shield. These guys are the Balder Knights. We will learn a lot more about them in the days to come. If we come over here, we'll be out in the courtyard where that guy closed the gate. So now we can kill this guy. Grab this item, which seems to be the basement key, and open this. Let's go ahead and look at the basement key. Opens a narrow passage leading below at the far face of the great bridge of the Undead Burg. The lower Undead Burg is a treacherous place. Do not turn your back on the wily thieves or the wild dogs who serve the Capra demon. Do not turn your back on the wily thieves or the wild dogs that serve the Capra demon. So this will take us to the lower Undead Burg. Hopefully, or maybe that's that area that we were seeing so much of. From here, we can see that there's actually a lot of knights. We go ahead and equip our binocular. There's a knight in there, and he's guarding a statue of a similar-looking god. think he followed us. So he's got a slow attack that looks like it does a lot of damage, and then a 2-hit combo. Let's see what's over here. If we look over here, there's a lot of trees, and if you look at them very closely, you can see that they're actually just 2D sprites. But they place enough of them to make the place look like it's actually 3D volumetric foliage. Don't try jumping off. That's a bad idea. I wonder what this message says. Try plunging attack. Yeah, that's not... I have no idea what just happened there. Excuse me. That's not a good idea. Over here, it looks like we have an alternative way to enter into, like, this church, maybe? There's some knights over here. Just go ahead and kill them. Gonna go ahead and cut this guy in half and kill this archer. If we can hit him, that is. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and explore this area. Enemy ahead. Good message. Liar ahead. I don't know about that. Enemy ahead. Need humanity. When people leave need humanity messages, or when they leave messages in general, if you rate them positively, they get humanity for it. It sounds like someone's hitting something with a hammer. There's a little podium up here. This looks like maybe it was an altar room for the church. And there's a bonfire. Look at that. Let's go ahead and activate this bonfire. And take a rest. Alright, what can we level up? Let's go ahead and pop up our strength to 21. And running down here, this monster, this enemy, is actually just a muscular, old-looking blacksmith. It looks like if you look at his chest, he's got the same curse mark that we do, the mark that brands the undead. It looks like he's been making all kinds of weapons and gear.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
If you require smithing, then speak to him. Doesn't speak much, doesn't have much to say as of now, but he teaches us a gesture, the hurrah gesture. You can also purchase items from him. We can buy Titanite shards for 800 souls a pop. Titanite shard for weapon reinforcement, most common Titanite material, reinforces standard weapons to +5. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. He also sells the Crest of Artorias. This crest opens a door in Darkroot Garden, sealed by ancient magic. The door leads to the grave of Sir Artorias the Abysswalker. Many adventurers have left for the grave, but none have returned, for they make easy prey for local bandits. With such dangers, the crest can do more harm than good in the hands of the uninitiated. It is 20,000 souls, so we don't have the money for that right now. He also sells the weapon box, the smith box, and the armor smith box, which just allow us to smith and upgrade weapons at a bonfire. He's also got a fine selection of weapons for us, and some arrows. See what he has to say.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh?
It's interesting that Andre is like one of the only NPCs we meet who actually has animation for his mouth when he speaks.
There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services.
So we can repair our weapons, and we can also reinforce them. When we reinforce them, we turn them to +1 weapons, as you can see. And then, once we've reinforced them enough, we can modify them to ascend. But he needs special embers to ascend them. Let's see if he has anything else to say.
You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well.
I love Andre. You get the sense that he's like a kind, caring old man, but he's got this hearty laugh, very strong personality. He tells us that we can reinforce armor, which there's no point in doing. So don't even bother.
Whether you
all right.
Nobody, so I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
Not even hollows will attack Andre because they love him. What the hell is that? How about we deal with that later? That, my friends, is the Titanite demon. And he's fun to fight, but we'll kill him when it's not such a grind. There's also a pathway here. It looks like it leads to a large fortress and trees on the side that look like they lead to a forest below. There's also a guy up there. Wearing an onion for a helmet?
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
So he's waiting for this gate to go up. He's just been waiting here. It doesn't seem like he's actually made any effort to open it himself or try to get the job done through other means. He's just waiting for someone else to do it.
Still closed. Still closed. Hmm.
And he's sitting here thinking about maybe how to open it or what he should do, I suppose. There's a nice little stream that runs underneath this bridge. I love the architecture and art style of this game. This game is a 2011 game, and it does look pretty aged, but I still love looking at it. We've also got ourselves a humanity. Guys, I think perhaps we've done quite enough in this episode, so I think I'm going to call it quits for now. In the next episode, we're going to be stomping through the parish, taking names, kicking ass, and chewing bubblegum. And we're all out of bubblegum. This is Fahad Syed from Pixel Icons, signing out. I'll see you guys later.